Okay, my name is Matt Reardon. I am the Oxford Outlaw. I'm over here doing a live special here from Oxford, Mississippi. I'm in the old Big Store parking lot. It's now Cash Saver. And right now I'm getting ready to go up to the federal courthouse to go ahead and file this federal complaint seeking emergency injunction, an emergency protection order, basically, which is asking the federal courts to intervene in state matters, basically to take a restraining order out on the state of Mississippi, to offer protection from its agencies and its courts, specifically Olive Branch, and I got a separate filing for Lafayette County. But I think Olive Branch was a perfect example of why it's got to be a broader scope. Okay, when there's ongoing litigation, when there's evidence coming forward of this nature, it has to be the court's priority to protect the witness, to protect the prosecution. I'm going to quickly go through the federal complaint that I'm filing. This is a pro se copy. This is what's called a pro se copy. It's a complaint form in which somebody is filing themselves without attorney representation. It's a lot simpler, it's a lot shorter, it's a lot more informal. Matthew Reardon versus State of Mississippi, the City of Olive Branch, the municipality, really, is what it comes down to. The plaintiff, Matthew Reardon. Defendant number 1 is the State of Mississippi. Defendant number 2 is the City of Olive Branch, the state agencies, and the courts. The plaintiff, Matthew Reardon. Defendant number 1 is the State of Mississippi. Defendant number 2 is the City of Olive Branch, the state agencies, and the courts. The basis for the jurisdiction is a federal question. A federal question is a federal lawsuit that arises from rights being violated. Now, there's two options here. There's diversity of citizenship, and that means that it is a matter that is in excess of $75,000, or it's a interstate matter, or a interstate matter, meaning it's dealing with two different states. So the base jurisdiction is a federal question. Lists the specific federal statutes, federal treaties, and/or provisions of the U.S. Constitution that are at issue in this case. The First, 4th, 8th, and 14th Amendment right violations and deprivation of rights that falls under 42 U.S. Code 1983. And that's your typical civil rights lawsuit there. Conspiracy to interfere with civil rights. That is 42 U.S. Code 1985. Preferential prosecution. Malicious prosecution. False arrest. Entrapment, and extortion. Extortion is 18 U.S. Code 41. And I am going against the State of Mississippi in this particular matter, as well as the City of Olive Branch. These are not individual entities. These are, well, basically what they are is they're federal corporations. Statement of claim. Where did the events giving rise to your claim occur? Olive Branch, Mississippi courts and agencies. In specific, the Municipal Court of Olive Branch. What date and approximate time did the events giving rise to your claim occur? October 27th at or around 10 a.m. and November 19th, 2020 at or around 10 a.m. What are the facts underlying your claims? For example, what happened? Petitioner states he was the victim in a string of false accusations by his ex-girlfriend, whom is also the mother of the minor child. petitioner states his minor child has been used as a manipulation tool that has continued to be used to manipulate a favorable outcome through knowingly false and frivolous reports given and filed in Lafayette County Chancery Courts and Sheriff's Department. Petitioner is appealing the 2017 Circuit Court case in which he has produced unsurpassable and undeniable evidence of his innocence and numerous intentional constitutional rights violations aggrieved on petitioner by Lafayette County officials and employees, or appear to involve federal involvement due to petitioner seeking protection only for crimes to be committed anyways. Explain why monetary damages at a later time would not adequately compensate you for the injuries you sustained or are sustaining or will sustain as a result of the events described above. Actual aggrieved compensatory damages, including future damages and punitive damages, will be computed and submitted via separate filing due to calculations on compounding damage, ongoing, and rush for emergency injunction relief urgent due to time constraint of upcoming hearing date. Relief. State what relief I'm seeking. Emergency protection order via emergency preliminary injunction relief to be granted to petitioner against the state of Mississippi courts and municipalities, in specific the Municipal Court of Olive Branch, Mississippi, due to the petitioner being baited under false pretenses of deceit to commute an hour to make a public records request and speak to the judge about a separate case he was a victim in. Upon being called to the stand, petitioner was threatened with extortion and false arrest without even uttering a word by the municipal judge, who sympathized with the defendant in a prior cause involving petitioner being falsely accused of rape. Obtained emails show a continued pattern of criminal conspiracy and criminal conduct, which all evidence combined shows all signs of involvement and collusion among government employees, officials, attorneys, and highly influenceable individuals. Separate claim to be filed. And it is signed, sworn, and dated